Welcome back everybody to the channel. Hope you're having an awesome day today, and if this is your first time at the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. And today is a new program review. We'll be going over Jeff Nippard's Comeback Program that he's currently offering for free on his website. So let's get into it. So for those who don't know, Jeff Nippard is primarily known for his fitness YouTube channel where he goes over various topics including technique and how to lose fat and the best diet and what the research says about this particular topic and stuff like that. In most of his videos, he cites the current research and literature on that particular topic. So he's actually very good at that, and he even has a science series on there. So his channel overall, I think, is really great, and he has a lot of good content on there. He does not have a formal education when it comes to fitness. He has a bachelor's degree instead in biochemistry. However, that does give him a good basis when it comes to understanding scientific principles and how to read research and understand it and how to know which research is correct and well done. So you can actually see that in his videos. So he's actually quite good at understanding and interpreting the research and backing up a lot of his claims with legitimate evidence. He is also a competitive bodybuilder and powerlifter, so he has experience in that as well. There's also the part where he knows actually quite a few researchers and strength coaches himself, including Dr. Mike Israel, Dr. Eric Helms, James Krieger, and a bunch of other ones. He knows them personally and has talked to them and had them on his channel a number of times. So the information he relays is great. Now onto the program itself. This program, as it's called, is a comeback program. It's specifically designed to bridge that gap between those who haven't really trained much or haven't trained at all and then getting back into the gym and training there. This is to help you to get back into the swing of things so you don't end up overdoing it and getting yourself injured. Now, I think the program overall is great. It's definitely going to be effective. It's going to be safe. It will help you get back into training at the gym. It's laid out logically and in a well-balanced manner. Having said that, there are two areas that I want to provide basic feedback for that he either didn't include or should have included. Then I will go into that later. Now, he actually provides two options, two types of splits for the program. One that is a 6-day-a-week push-pull lower split, and another one that is 4 days a week that is an upper lower type of split. So you have actually two options. They're basically the same program. They have the same exact exercises, the same volume, the same type of progression and all that stuff. The only difference again is the type of split and how many days a week it is. So either one will work just fine. He explains that if you were someone who hasn't trained at all over the past couple months, then you should follow the program for all 4 weeks. If you're somebody who has trained somewhat consistently, but only with either bodyweight exercises or light dumbbells and stuff like that, then just do weeks 1 and 4 of the program, and that will progress you just fine to then fully train ahead in the gym again. And if you're somebody who's been training consistently with full-on squat racks and barbells and dumbbells, everything, you've had access to that like at a home gym or something like that, then you don't really need to do this program. It's not necessary at all. You can get back to the gym just fine. Now, before you get into the program, one thing I really like here that he includes is a warm-up section. He actually goes into full detail and explanation of what a warm-up is and why it's important. This is extremely rare to actually see in a lot of programs that you buy or download, including ones that you pay for. And the fact that he's including it here for one that's free is awesome. He explains exactly which warm-up exercises he wants you to do to prepare for that day, and he also provides an explanation of how to warm up for the specific exercises you do in the program. That's because he provides you a protocol for how many warm-up sets to do before you complete each exercise. So amazing that he included this. Now, the program itself, it's split up in a way so that you start with a compound movement and then work your way onto isolation movements. This is an effective way. It's been used countless times in the strength and conditioning community, and it just works. So there's nothing wrong with doing it this way. Perfectly fine. Now, on each day, he provides not only exercise for you to do, but also how many warm-up sets to do, how many reps and sets to complete, the RPE or percentage of 1 RM for that particular exercise, a space to record the weight used for each set, and notes on how to complete each exercise, specifically basic techniques and what you should be looking for. And then finally, a little box to record the RPE for the last set of that particular exercise. Now, for those who aren't familiar with the term RPE, it is rate of perceived exertion. It's a scale usually of 1 to 10 that basically measures how hard a particular exercise or set was for you. So for example, if you say it's a 5 out of 10 on that particular exercise, then that was about a medium level of intensity or how hard it was, and you had about 5 reps left in the tank. If you're at, say, an 8, then it was much harder and you only had about 2 reps left in the tank for that particular exercise, for that particular set. It's a great way to keep track of your progress and how you are doing week to week and whether you need to adjust the weight that you are using. And it's actually quite simple to use as well. So it's very good that he included them and how to determine what weight to use for each exercise. Now there's 2 other things that he included after the program. It is a substitution list, which is awesome that he included this because, again, this is another thing like the warm-up section that most programs don't provide. So he actually provides a list of alternative exercises you can do instead of the ones he put directly into the program. So if you come across a specific exercise, you say, I don't really want to do that one, he gives you alternatives. Or it's an exercise you know that you can't do, then again, he gives you alternatives for it. So it's awesome that he included this. He also included links for each exercise that takes you to a video to show you how to do the exercise properly, the technique, and in some of those videos he even goes into the science behind each exercise and why it's a good one to do and how to do it properly. Now overall, even though I believe the program is great and logically laid out and all that, like I mentioned, there are 2 areas which I think he should have included. The first is that while I think it's awesome he included that exercise substitution list, what I think he should have done also was explain when and how to make those exercise substitutions, because not everybody's necessarily going to know that. So for someone like me with my background, I know exactly which exercises I want to do or need to substitute in for something else. So for example, I have kyphosis. So again, my back is rounded, my shoulders come forward and all that stuff. So overhead pressing is not the best thing for me to do. And one of the exercises he has in the program is the overhead press. So for me specifically, I would need to substitute that out for something else, maybe like a landmine press. I have the experience to know that, but a lot of people may not have that experience to know that they need to substitute it out or that they necessarily want to substitute it out for something else. So I think you should explain that a little bit. Now the second area that I think he should have addressed was one specific exercise, which is the deadlift itself. He's included that in the program. And while again, he provides that substitution list of alternatives to do, I don't think he should have put in the deadlift at all to begin with. They should have done the trap bar deadlift instead if he wanted to include the deadlift. The trap bar deadlift is known to be just as effective as the conventional regular deadlift, but much safer because of the center of mass and the way you do the movement. So I think you should have done that instead of the conventional regular deadlift. But other than those 2 areas, I think overall the program is good and you will not have any issues with it, and you also are going to have good progress to getting you back into that gym just fine, and all the detail that includes with it, again, is awesome. So my final score for the program is 9 out of 10. I definitely highly recommend it. Again, amazing program, will do just fine. Just have those 2 areas of concern that I have with it, so that's why I'm taking 1 point off, but other than that, definitely recommend giving it a try. All right, guys, that is my review for Jeff Nippard's Comeback Program. If there's a specific other program you want me to review, let me know down below. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button too so you don't miss any of my videos or any of these reviews, and I will see you guys next week.